Buffers. Buffers contain both an acidic component and a basic component. And their job is to absorb stuff that's added to preserve the pH of a solution. Okay, so these help maintain a constant pH and they react with both acids and bases. So what we have to have is we have to have a component that will react with added hydroxide, so we have an acid. We have to have a component that will react with added hydronium, so we have a basic component. Typically, to do this, we use a weak acid, weak base conjugate pair, and so we've got both the acid component and the base component. So here would be an example. So I would have acetic acid and then sodium acetate. Okay, so acetic acid is my acidic component, and then that acetate anion is my basic component. So there's my acid and my conjugate base. Another example, ammonia or ammonia with ammonium chloride. So ammonia is a weak base, and then the ammonium ion is the conjugate acid. All right, and so when things are buffered properly, if I have a good buffer, if I have an equal concentration of the conjugate acid and the conjugate bases, so I put them there in a 1-to-1 ratio, that's where I have the best ability to buffer. And so you can see if I just add some hydroxide, it only goes down a little bit. If I add some hydronium, it only changes a little bit. And so we're going to resist that change in pH. One really common buffer is this bicarbonate buffer. So the bicarbonate will react with acid. So the hydrogen carbonate plus the H plus gives you that carbonic acid. The bicarbonate also reacts with base. So you use that hydroxide there and you get the carbonate. And so bicarbonate can neutralize both acid and base just by using that hydrogen carbonate. This is why in labs we have sodium bicarbonate available in case we have any spills, because the sodium bicarbonate can react with acid spills and it can react with base spills. And so buffers are really good to preserve the pH. Buffers are very important, especially in biological systems, because you can think like in your body, do you want your pH to, vary wildly inside? No. And so there's systems inside your body that will buffer those things to help keep a consistent pH and keep things functioning properly.